Hello, and welcome to Lakewood's 2025 State of the City presentation. My name is Denise Urtiaga. I'm the President, CEO of the Greater Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. I'm so pleased to join the members of the Rotary Club of Lakewood and the Greater Lakewood Chamber of Commerce in this annual review and forecast for our city. Our program begins with the viewing of the State of the City video. Please enjoy.
Since 1954, the City of Lakewood has been committed to providing its residents with a high quality of community life through recreation, public safety, legendary customer service, and a robust infrastructure. As Lakewood commemorated its 70th anniversary, these values remain and are reinforced through the dedication of city leaders and city staff. In 2024, Lakewood experienced economic growth as new businesses opened throughout the city. Lakewood remains an attractive community for business owners to invest in. New businesses in 2024 included Sender One, Zoom Room, Pas de Quoi, Ace Hardware, and a new Cassidy's Corner Cafe. Lakewood added 537 new jobs from over 140 new businesses. The passage of Measure L in 2020 continues to fund improvements to city facilities and projects. Work inside City Hall was finished at the finance counter, the Recreation and Community Services Department, and the Personnel and City Clerk departments to better serve the public.
Using a combination of Measure L funds and county and state grant funding, a new tot lot at Biscaloos Park and a new combination playground at Boyer Park were installed during the summer. Yeah! The Biscaloos tot lot is designed for ages 2 to 5, is fully inclusive and accessible with sensory play elements. At May Boyer Park, the new design features a combination of a tot lot and a playground for school-aged children. Traffic signals were upgraded and installed at 12 of the city's busiest intersections for enhanced protection. Improvements were made to traffic signal timing with advanced hardware and lighting.
The city addressed over 615 sidewalk service requests and repaired over an additional 2,000 locations identified in a sidewalk survey, approximately 65,000 square feet. A new water treatment facility located on Palo Verde Avenue allows the city to produce up to 1.3 million gallons of water per day from aquifers below Lakewood.
The city's Water Resources Department continues to be a leader in the region with advanced and innovative technologies designed to modernize infrastructure. Regular investments in the city's water infrastructure allows Lakewood to provide safe and secure, locally sourced water at some of the lowest prices in the region. Water produced by Lakewood's Water Department met 100% of all federal and state drinking water standards. Lakewood's Public Safety Department regularly engages with the community. Throughout the year, there are opportunities for residents to meet and talk with deputies from the Lakewood Station at family-friendly events such as National Night Out, coffee, or donuts, or boba, or ice cream with the deputy, and the Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness Expo.
Public safety officers perform important support duties that free up deputy sheriffs to spend more time on patrol. Lakewood's PSO team responds to a variety of criminal, non-criminal, and traffic collision incidents to take reports and address quality of life issues and violations of the Lakewood Municipal Code. They also take fingerprints and collect DNA at non-violent crime scenes, a level of service that most cities don't provide. The overall support that PSOs provide deputy sheriffs in Lakewood is a key reason why deputy sheriff response time is faster in Lakewood than the average in LA County.
Private security guards from Southwest Patrol, hired by the city, provide additional eyes and ears in Lakewood neighborhoods as they patrol residential streets, parks, and shopping centers overnight. The vehicles are highly visible and are a deterrent to criminal activity. The city's network of automated license plate reader cameras, which were upgraded in 2024, provide an effective way to monitor and alert the Lakewood Sheriff's Station when a wanted vehicle has entered the city, enabling deputy sheriffs to find suspects wanted for criminal activity. And residents can always rely on the city's Sky Night helicopter patrol. Lakewood's Eye in the Sky provides extra security and safety to residents and deputies on the ground. In March, Lakewood celebrated Women's History Month by hosting the inaugural Lead Her Lakewood program. The series focused on empowerment, education, and wellness for the women of Lakewood. The Lead Her schedule of activities was designed to inspire women in leadership careers with creative ways of meeting other women and sharing ideas.
The Special Olympics Summer Games were held at Cal State Long Beach, and Lakewood's Mud Dogs represented the city in bocce ball. Lakewood has operated an adaptive recreation and Special Olympics program for over 40 years, including holding an annual fundraiser with the money raised going towards purchasing uniforms and sports equipment for the teams.
Lakewood seniors continue to thrive at the Weingart Senior Center. Seniors take part in activities such as exercise, dance, and craft classes. A nutritious lunch is served Monday through Friday, and special parties make for a fun atmosphere for seniors to socialize.
Welcome to the island of Lakewood.
The Weingart Center also provides helpful information to seniors, such as a health and wellness fair providing free screenings. Healthcare professionals were on hand to answer questions.
Lakewood knows how to celebrate. From the beginning of 2024, anticipation for a big party began as the city shared memories and stories about Lakewood.
As a new resident, I've been really happy with my contact with the city of Lakewood. When I had a question, they were right there. I pick up the phone, I call them. They always went one step beyond.
We have such great programs for the whole family. There's a range of activities that the city puts on.
It's just wonderful to see all these children just having a wonderful time.
In April, Lakewood's 70th anniversary family movie night celebration was held at Mayfair Park. Residents enjoyed carnival games, food trucks, giveaways, and photo ops.
As the sun set, families gathered on blankets and folding chairs to watch the classic film Back to the Future. Seniors in Lakewood also celebrated at the Weingart Center. On hand for the party were several descendants of Lakewood's original city council members. City TV produced videos reflecting on the city's early years, featuring sentiments from some of the city's residents today.
Happy 70th anniversary, Lakewood!
Happy 70th anniversary, Lakewood!
And in 2024, City TV also celebrated a milestone. Residents were treated to a tour of the City TV studio and even got to make their own video.
In 3, 2, you're watching City TV!
Lakewood has a time-honored identity as a strong, caring community. Throughout 2024, the city stayed true to character, demonstrating compassion and kindness throughout the year as Lakewood residents found common ground in the tradition of neighbor helping neighbor. Lakewood cares about honoring its veterans. when vandals burned the American and POW MIA flags at the city's Veterans Memorial Plaza on the night of July 4th, the city immediately planned a flag-raising ceremony to restore the memorial and respect for the flag, and to honor those at our Veterans Memorial who have paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives to protect the freedoms that we enjoy.
With fall approaching and a new school session about to get underway, Project Shepherd handed out backpacks to students from Lakewood families in need. In 2024, the backpack program helped 584 children, the highest number since the backpack program began. Lakewood's newest fall tradition, Fest of All, celebrated the diversity of our community with food and music and entertainment representing a wide variety of cultures.
As the year drew to an end, Lakewood residents were treated to a sneak preview of the Rose Parade performance of the 605 All-Star Band. Arrangements were made for a practice parade to take place, starting at Ron Yeri Stadium in Bellflower and ending at Mayfair Park. Residents lined the parade route to support the band of over 500 young musicians from 8 different schools in communities adjacent to the 605 freeway. It was a one-of-a-kind experience for students and their parents.
In early December, Lakewood's tree lighting kicked off the holidays. Lakewood residents have come to enjoy this tradition of music, games, food trucks, and of course, the all-important visit with Santa.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cookies!
The holiday season reflected Lakewood's sense of community and the tradition of giving back.
Thank you.
Through donations from residents and businesses throughout the city, Project Shepherd assisted 431 families and 1,605 individuals during the annual distribution of food and gifts. A merry new tradition in Lakewood in 2024 was the Holiday Home Decoration Contest. Residents submitted photos of their decorated homes, and Lakewood City Council members delivered a commemorative lawn sign along with warm holiday wishes to congratulate the winners on their festive decor.
Reflecting on this milestone year, the city of Lakewood had much to celebrate in 2024. As we move forward, Lakewood will continue to thrive, hitting all the right notes as we march into 2025. Here we go!
Hello, once again, my name is Mario Vargas. I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Lakewood. And let's give City TV another big round of applause. Thank you, City TV, for that wonderful video. The last 2 years, we tried a new look and feel for how the city presents our keynotes for the State of the City remarks with a panel of city officials, which has gone over nicely. So let me bring up to the stage our 3 presenters for this afternoon. First, let's welcome up Lakewood City Manager Thaddeus McCormick. Thaddeus McCormick began his service as Lakewood City's manager on September 5th, 2017. Prior to that, he served as the city manager for the city of Santa Fe Springs. Thaddeus plays an important leadership role in many regional and statewide organizations that support and continually improve local government, including serving as the president of the League of California Cities City Manager Department, chair of the City Managers Committee of the California Joint Powers Insurance Authority, and a member of the Gateway Cities Council of Government City Managers Steering Committee. Those of you who know him, he's a hardcore Dodgers fan and has been riding high since their World Series win. This is really hard for a Giants fan up here. So I think they did this on purpose. He is now lobbying, and this is what I know him for, as his beloved Arsenal to also hire Shohei Ohtani to help them take to a Premier League title, which I'm trying to figure out why he would want that. But welcome, Thaddeus. Let's give a big round of applause. Next, let's welcome up Lakewood's Water Resources Director, Dr. Derek Wynn. Dr. Derek Wynn is a registered professional civil engineer in the state of California. He has over 20 years of experience in the water industry for municipal government and joined the city of Lakewood as the Water Resources Department Director in May of 2022. Derek has a D5 and T3 water distribution and treatment operator certifications. He currently serves on the advisory committee for the State Water Resources Control Board in Sacramento. Derek is also actively involved in local and regional water issues. Derek serves on the board of directors for the Central Basin Water Association and is our administrative entity for the Southwest Water Coalition on behalf of Lakewood. He is the treasurer for the Central Basin Water Rights Panel and is a member of the Budget Advisory Committee and technically Advisory Committee for the Water Replenishment District of Southern California. Derek received a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Cal Poly Pomona University and a master's degree in civil engineering from Cal State Fullerton and a PhD in environmental engineering from the University of California, Irvine. Welcome, Derek. Let's give him a big round of applause. And to be the MC for our group and give the opening and closing remark, let's welcome up Lakewood's Mayor Todd Rogers. Mayor Todd Rogers was elected to the City Council in March of 2001. He has been re-elected multiple times for additional 4-year terms and is most recently re-elected in June of 2022 by the voters of the new District 1 of the city. He has previously served 4 terms as Lakewood's mayor, so this is by no means his first rodeo. Mayor Rogers' current term on the City Council runs through June of 2026. Mayor Rogers has spent over 32 years with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. He served 4 years in the top leadership as assistant sheriff, during which he had directed oversight of the department's $3.3 billion budget, personnel, training, and technology and support operations. He was the founding director of the Regional Community Policing Institute of California, and in October of 2024, Mayor Rogers became the first chief of police of the Rio Hondo College Police Department, the newest law enforcement agency in Los Angeles County. Mayor Rogers chairs the City Council's Intergovernmental Relations Committee, the Public Safety Committee, and the Economic Development Committee, and is a member of Lakewood Schools Committee and the Race, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee. In 2023, he created the Lakewood Education Foundation, a nonprofit organization committed to providing direct support to students and teachers in Lakewood. He has an MA in sociology and a BA in history from the California State University of Dominguez Hills. Mayor Rogers' achievements have been recognized both by his alma mater as well as the Los Angeles Unified School District, who inducted him into their Hall of Fame for his career achievements in public safety and public service. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium to lead the discussion the state of our city, Lakewood Mayor Todd Rogers.
Thank you. You want to take that with you? Take that. Thank you, Mario. Sorry everybody had to endure that. So thank you so much for coming to our annual State of the City event today. It's great to see everyone here, and it means a lot to all of us to have you join us here today. First, I want to say a few things about the video we just saw. City TV got some great shots in there of so many wonderful and touching things that happened in Lakewood this past year. Everything from our community coming out strong to raise a new flag over our Veterans Memorial, to our local kids loving the new park playgrounds we installed, and capping it all off with the 605 All-Star Band parading through Lakewood. They really captured some of the special moments that once again made Lakewood a special community this past year. So I know we've applauded for them a couple of times, but please, let's hear it one more time for the crew of our Lakewood City TV. They're really awesome. Those of you who know me have heard me say something regularly throughout my career on the City Council, and believe it or not, I want to say it again today. The number one priority of local government is creating and maintaining a safe community. Nothing else good can happen in a community if we don't have public safety. We need a well-deserved sense of safety for people to feel free to walk around their block at any time of the day, to take their dogs out on walks, or just to enjoy some fresh air. People need that sense of safety to feel good taking their kids to the local park without having to worry. And people want that sense of safety so they can go out shopping or dining and patronize local businesses and keep the local economy vibrant. Living in a safe community is why so many people have moved to Lakewood over the years and why we have stayed here for generations. How many people are generational residents of the city of Lakewood? I know we have several out there. I see some proud hands. But we don't live on a fairy tale island in Lakewood. We're part of the busy, crowded, exciting, and sometimes chaotic place that we call Southern California, even if Lakewood does seem like a peaceful, tranquil island most of the time. Although we're doing better than most, and we do face our share of challenges with public safety here in Lakewood. And those challenges got greater over the past few years, just like they did for many communities in California, with a rise in property crimes and a lessening of penalties for those who carried out those crimes. Like many of our neighbors, Lakewood saw an increase in crime in 2024, and that's something that we're not happy saying. But fortunately, we have new tools in 2025 to help us address it. At the state level, California voters reinstated tough sentencing rules for those who commit property crimes through Prop 36. And at the local level, we now have a district attorney who has reversed the soft-on-crime approach of his predecessor. Our new DA has instituted new prosecution guidelines that have freed up our sheriff's department to once again arrest those who commit property crimes, with the expectation that the DA will now actually prosecute those they arrest. Absolutely. That is bad news for property criminals, but great news for the rest of us, and I'm sure you all agree. In Lakewood, we've never just relied on government at higher levels to keep us safe. We do everything we can here at the local level. And so over this past year and the year ahead, we're applying lots of local crime-fighting tools here in Lakewood, some traditional and time-tested, and some new and innovative. We're paying for the maximum amount of deputy sheriff patrol time that LA County's personnel levels will allow us to have. We're ready to hire more when they're ready to let us. That includes a 2-deputy crime saturation patrol unit that targets areas with an uptick in crime and which made over 450 arrests last year. That is incredible. How about a big round of applause for those hardworking deputies? We've also upgraded our growing network of automated license plate reading cameras that spot wanted vehicles with suspects as they are entering Lakewood, so our deputies can pull them over quickly before they commit any crimes here. And we're expanding our rebate program to help residents install video cameras and home security systems. Over 250 residents have used the rebate so far for these systems that deter crime and help law enforcement find criminals. Our innovative tools include the use of a community prosecutor who is a deputy district attorney with expert prosecutorial experience who we pay to be assigned to our region to work with our city staff and Lakewood Sheriff's personnel. Our community prosecutor skillfully uses the legal system to combat gang activity, nuisance properties, and other problems so that we use all the tools we can to protect the quality of life in our community. Today's a little bittersweet because we're actually saying farewell to our community prosecutor, Kelly Tatman, who after 25 years of work with the district attorney's office has decided to retire and move into private practice, practicing family law, I understand. And we certainly wish her well there, although she will be missed here. Kelly, would you please stand? And would everyone please join me in thanking Kelly for her years of service to Lakewood and to the people of Los Angeles County. Thank you, Kelly. You're going to be missed here in the city of Lakewood. We look forward to welcoming your replacement in a very short time, and he or she will have a tough act to follow, thanks to Kelly's good work with us, but we will certainly help the new prosecutor fit right in and get started helping to keep Lakewood safe and to maintain our neighborhood quality of life. So how do we develop and choose from the various crime-fighting tools and strategies? Well, it starts with having a great city staff working on public safety. So I want to thank our Director of Public Safety, Josh Short, and our City Manager, Thaddeus McCormick, for their devotion to Lakewood's public safety every day they're at work, and often every day of the week, since all of us on the council end up talking with Josh and Thaddeus a lot on the weekends too. Thank you both for your service to Lakewood. We appreciate you. Even Thaddeus, we appreciate that. So that's on the civilian side of things. Where the boots hit the ground, of course, I want to thank the men and women of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department who protect us day in and day out in Lakewood. Please, let's show them our appreciation for what they do every day to keep us safe. They are awesome, and I remain the proud dad of a member of the LA County Sheriff's Department and former Lakewood Station deputy. We bring together the leadership of the Lakewood Sheriff Station and our civilian team once a month to meet with the City Council's Public Safety Committee to go over crime trends, discuss new problem areas, and to work through how we can tackle new and emerging problems. We meet for 2 to 3, sometimes longer, hours at night once a month to hash things out. And it's been very effective for us over the past 5 or 6 years that we've been doing it. Currently, I'm joined on the committee by my colleague, Councilmember Jeff Wood. So, Jeff, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your service on the Public Safety Committee. And thank you to my colleagues, all 5 members of the council, who have a laser focus on public safety here in the city of Lakewood every single day, 24/7. Please join me in thanking my colleagues. Altogether, it's a good team effort here in Lakewood in the service of public safety. Fortunately, we have plenty of successes to talk about in keeping our community as safe as we possibly can, but we will always have our challenges too. And one of the biggest right now, as you probably know, is homelessness. As I've often said, it's not illegal to be homeless, but it is illegal for anyone, including homeless, to not follow the law and commit a crime. The city of Lakewood has taken a strong dual approach of carrying out intensive outreach to homeless people in the city, offering services and help in leaving the streets and getting housing, coupled with sheriff's enforcement to ensure that illegal encampments are removed as quickly as possible and laws are being followed in order to protect the quality of life for the community as a whole. Lakewood's homeless outreach team has succeeded in encouraging dozens of homeless people in Lakewood to accept help and leave the streets over the past 2 years, but the challenge remains great, with many homeless people being resistant to help. And the problem has recently gotten worse, with many encampments sprouting up behind businesses or in very visible places along our sidewalks. Here's one recent example and how our city team handled it. There was a homeless encampment in the rear alley behind Petco on Lakewood Boulevard, which we made the focus of our city team efforts. Deputy sheriffs contacted the homeless people there, found that one had a felony warrant, and started the process to make an arrest. The arrestee then indicated he was having a medical emergency due to narcotics he had taken the previous day. He was transported to a hospital for treatment, but when he was medically cleared, he went to jail for that warrant. The city's public safety officers, or PSOs, offered homeless services to the other individuals, but they refused help. They were then told to quickly gather their items and leave the area. PSOs also contacted the manager of Petco regarding the incident to emphasize calling the sheriff's station anytime there are homeless congregating in their parking lot. They were also successful in having the manager sign a letter of agency, which allows the sheriff's department to enforce trespassing on behalf of a business during non-business hours. Lakewood will continue to carry out actions like that. We're being as active as we can in addressing homelessness in our city. Unfortunately, the solution is not as simple as some people would like, because we, of course, need to follow the law and the limitations it places on us. But we're doing everything we can to maintain the quality of life for our overall community, while we also offer help and encourage homeless people to accept it. We hope that the message begins to spread that Lakewood is not a place to set up an encampment and hope to be comfortable for very long. We will offer you help, but if you don't accept it and the owner of the property doesn't want you there, we will enforce the law and get you to move. As I said, this is not an easy problem to solve, but we're committed on the City Council to doing everything we can to make progress on this problem as part of our overall work to keep Lakewood a good place to live, to work, and a good place to live and work, and a safe place to live and work. Another key partner of ours in keeping Lakewood safe is the Los Angeles County Fire Department. Lakewood is fortunate to be served by 48 fire department personnel staffing our 3 fire stations 24 hours a day. Last year, they responded to an amazing 14,000 calls for emergency service in Lakewood, including medical emergencies, car accidents with injuries, residential and commercial fires, and other incidents. From our Ward of Valor luncheons over the past years, we have seen example after example of our fire personnel saving lives in Lakewood, and we are extremely appreciative for their skilled training and their service. And of course, as we all know, this past month, that skilled training and dedication to service came into play even more as our fire personnel had to mobilize countywide to do all they could to combat the 2 most destructive wildfires our county has ever seen, which also happened during gale and hurricane force winds. Thousands of homes were burned to the ground, and 29 people tragically lost their lives. But even more homes and more lives would have been lost without the courageous and sustained efforts of our Los Angeles County firefighters. We saw some firefighters here before. Do we still have some firefighters in the room? Sometime, there they are. Please stand and be recognized. Go ahead, stand up. It's okay. See, it's okay. We're not going to bite. It's all good. Thank you all very much for your service to the City of Lakewood. We appreciate you, Chief. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to make a transition now from keeping us safe in Lakewood to having fun in Lakewood, and that means talking about our recreation and community services programs. In the annual report video, you saw some great examples of the good work and the fun work happening in our recreation and community services department. Everything from new playgrounds for kids, Special Olympics and adaptive recreation, which have been a part of our city for nearly 40 years, programs for seniors, and lots of opportunities for residents to come together and enjoy life in Lakewood. That includes community events the city organizes, like the Pan Am Fiesta, the Block Party, concerts in the park, festival, the holiday tree lighting, and many, many more. Our recreation staff also organizes and supports hundreds of Lakewood residents in volunteering to help their neighbors in need, and that's a key part of what makes Lakewood a strong and caring community. Please join me. I know we're asking for lots of applause here, but please join me in recognizing all of our city staff and volunteers for everything they do in Lakewood to keep our community fun and meaningful. So I know you're going to be really sad to hear this, but I'm done, right? Oh. So now for the best part of our program, I'd like to bring up our esteemed and always entertaining City Manager Thaddeus McCormick. Thank you all very much.
Well, thank you and good afternoon, and thank you, Mayor Rogers. And I know by entertaining you mean you're laughing with me and not at me, as you've had to clarify many, many times. But I'll let my wife know that I'm at work entertaining and esteemed. She has some other choice adjectives that she likes to use for me. I prefer enigmatic, personally. So, but being entertaining and esteeming, I'm here to talk about another E word, and that's the economy here in Lakewood. And as many of you know, we have what we call the 6% challenge in Lakewood, and that's not a TikTok phenomena. That's rather the fact that we only have 6% of our land that's zoned for commercial and industrial use, and that's a very small amount for most cities, and that's just a function that we're a large residential community, and that certainly has its benefits, but it also means that we're not going to have the large number of business openings that you might see in other cities, like Cerritos. I see their city manager, Robert Lopez. Welcome to Lakewood, Robert. But despite that challenge, Lakewood does remain an attractive place for businesses and owners, entrepreneurs alike, to invest their time, treasure, and talent. And at the city, we work hard to meet that investment with the alacrity and readiness that it really deserves, so as to make things to go as smoothly as possible. And this past year, we saw a notable opening of Sender One in the former Office Max across the street over there, across from Lakewood Center on Lakewood Boulevard. Center One provides everything from first-time wall climbing experiences for youths and family looking for just a fun time, to more challenging practice areas for climbing enthusiasts. And by the way, we're very pleased that the owner of Sender One gave us some high praise and feedback as being a business-friendly city in our approach, highlighting the support that she received throughout the process of obtaining her permits, and saying that unlike her experiences in other cities, Lakewood staff provided her hands-on guidance throughout the process in a seamless and efficient manner. And that's what we strive for. It's certainly what we like to hear. Lakewood, an accommodating and welcoming environment for any and all businesses. And this year, we're also seeing the opening of Big Blue Swimming School in the former Hometown Buffet site across the street on Candlewood. That business has 250 locations throughout the nation, where they teach children how to swim, and part of their thing is their water is always 90 degrees and always shallow, making the lesson experience kind of peaceful and comfortable and safe. And while these two businesses are not the traditional types of businesses one saw in the past at shopping malls, there are the new types of experiential businesses that we are seeing at malls nationwide, and looking forward to bringing customers to the site where they will in turn spend more money, hopefully, in dining and shopping at the other businesses. So we're pleased to see that these businesses, and along with many others, are choosing to locate here in Lakewood. There's another notable economic development being built right now in Lakewood, and that's a development that we call The Drive. That's a large 4-building development on Carson Street at Obispo, and it's just east of the Walmart there, and this is the biggest commercial development in Lakewood in the past 25 years. It's expected to house medical and professional offices along with retail shops, and hopefully will bring 200 or so jobs to the city. So those are big projects, but we have plenty of smaller and medium-sized projects as well. This past year, we issued a total of 4,700 construction permits for commercial and residential projects, and that's the second highest that we've issued in the last 17 years. So over and above our limited commercial space in land, other challenges we do face, what are those? And what are the strengths and opportunities that we have? Well, on the challenging side, our large retail sector, including our regional shopping mall, faces the same internet sales tax challenge that retail operations face in all cities here in California. And the sales tax for online sales is distributed differently than for brick and mortar sites, and the sales tax from online sales goes to the city that the warehouse is in, where the goods are shipped from, as opposed to where the transaction is conducted, as is the case with brick and mortar operations. So this transition to online sales that we've seen over the past 10 years or so has really had an impact on our sales tax base, and that's really one of the reasons why we sought a local sales tax measure a few years ago, because those sales tax dollars through the local sales tax actually do stay in Lakewood, even for the online sales. And so that really falls into a corresponding strength for us, certainly, and that is we have a densely populated community of single-family, middle-income residents who buy a lot of things. And we also provide a large customer base for potential brick-and-mortar customers and businesses as well. And we're also a retail destination for the area and residents from nearby cities, which is tens of thousands of potential customers. And we're also strategically located near many economic and transportation hubs. We have a well-educated and mobile workforce. So we have a lot going for us in terms of strengths as well. So those things provide us with a solid economic foundation to build on. And we're actually at the tail end of wrapping up our first ever economic development strategy plan, and that was crafted with the help of a very talented local economic development consulting firm. Now, I've just talked about some of the elements of that, but in the near future, we'll finalize that report and be publishing that out for your consumption, along with the recommendations that we're going to pursue to further invigorate our local economy in the coming years. So stay tuned for that in 2025. And any economic development plan, of course, needs to include a focus on infrastructure as well. You can't expect to attract businesses if you don't have smooth streets, reliable utilities, and robust infrastructure. And we're fortunately here in Lakewood, that's an area where we very much excel. I think we all know that Lakewood is known for its smooth streets, and we revel in that reputation, but we don't rest on our laurels. And so this coming year, we're embarking on a major $15 million repaving program to make sure that we continue that tradition of having the best, if not the best, roads in the region. And we're in the middle right now of the biggest sidewalk repair program in our city's history. The city council is spending $5 million to repair or replace over 500,000 square feet of sidewalk over a 3-year period throughout the city. So we're also modernizing our traffic signals as well with new state-of-the-art signals at 12 of the busiest and most impacted intersections in town that will make traffic flow more easily and safely. There's one other key area of infrastructure here in Lakewood that we're very proud of, but it's an area that most people don't really think about until there's a problem with it. And our goal is to make sure a problem never happens in that area, and that area is water. And so here to tell you about one of Lakewood's best kept infrastructure secrets is our very own Director of Water Resource, Dr. Derek Nguyen. Derek.
Well, thank you, Thaddeus. You know, it has been said that water is life, and it is the driving force of civilization. As such, it's not surprising that water has played an important role in the development and growth of our community of Lakewood, too. For over 70 years, the Lakewood City water system has relied 100% on groundwater from aquifers deep beneath our feet. Having access to this high quality local groundwater protects us from the uncertainties of imported water from Northern California and the Colorado River, which both of which are subject to weather patterns, regulatory cutbacks, and much higher costs. Over the years, Lakewood has acquired more groundwater pumping rights than we now typically use in an average year. Thanks to the conservation efforts, thus now we're able to secure our long-term needs. Today, the City Water Resources Department operates and maintains over 180 miles of pipelines, 11 wells, 9 reservoirs, and 15 booster pumps. Our infrastructure serves over 60,000 Lakewood customers, supplying over 6 million gallons per day of high-quality drinking water 365 days a year. We strive to find every possible way to maintain efficiency and cost effectiveness. For example, since we have more pumping rights than we need each year, we lease out our surplus water rights to nearby systems that need them, such as Cerritos, Compton, Whittier, which allows them to pump more groundwater, which then provides revenue to our Lakewood water system. Our wells have more pumping capacity than we need, so we pump groundwater to Long Beach, which also provides additional revenue to our Lakewood water system. We use that revenue for 2 key purposes. First, to keep our water rates just as low as possible, and second, we reinvest into our infrastructure to keep it in top shape and also to enhance its capacity for the future. For example, last year, we completed a new water treatment plant that now produces over 1 million gallons of water per day. That's roughly 16% of our total average daily use. We also replaced 2 miles of aging pipelines to ensure that our water distribution system remains robust and reliable. This year, we will be drilling a new high-capacity well capable of producing another 3 million gallons of water per day, further enhancing our overall capacity. Now, we understand that the system requires more than just that. Therefore, this year, we're expanding our leak detection system throughout the entire city to forewarn us of potential leaks for repairs to be made ahead of time before they turn into large and disruptive main breaks. We stay vigilant for emerging contaminants, which we know can threaten any water supply. As regulations become more stringent, more contaminants are being identified statewide, and we need to be prepared to take action should those contaminants are detected locally. Fortunately, we have the support of our City Council to provide the necessary resources to ensure that our water system remains robust and that our water quality and supply are both safe and secure. While 75% of the city's territory is served by our own water department, the remaining 25% east of the San Gabriel River is served by a private water company since before Lakewood even became a city. That system is owned by the Golden State Water Company. And I see that there's Golden State here with us today. Now, Golden State is an investor-owned utility. They do need to make a profit, and they have costs that we as a city do not have. Their rates tend to be relatively higher than the city system, but they are regulated by the California Public Utilities Commission. At the city, we advocate on behalf of our residents with the PUC to keep their water rates as low as reasonable, and we stay in regular touch with Golden State. We also have an interconnection with them in case of emergency with our systems or theirs. We have a council member from the eastern portion of the Lakewood city portion, and that's our Vice Mayor Cassandra Chase, who sits on the City Council's Water Resources Committee, and she has studied water extensively so that she can be a strong advocate for all of the residents who are served by Golden State. In Lakewood, we understand that a water system is more than just infrastructure. It is the system that relies on the dedication of our staff and our council leadership for excellence, tradition, and legacy. a water system isn't just about providing water, it's also about community, continuity, and care. We are proud to have a department that not only keeps our water system running well and reliably, but also maximizes efficiency, forward thinking, and sound planning. We are proud to be responsible for maintaining one of the key pieces of our community's infrastructure, which has served us well in the past, and that now we intend and are committed to keeping it in great shape to serve our community of Lakewood for many generations to come. We appreciate your listening. We thank you for your time.
Thank you, Derek. And yes, our fire hydrants will work. Heaven forbid we ever have a major fire catastrophe in the city of Lakewood. We will have pressurized fire hydrants. We will have water in our tanks. And we have a great leader of our water department to make sure that happens. And thank you, Thaddeus. You were quite entertaining. I enjoyed every bit of it. And thank you to everyone for coming out today to hear about the state of our city as we put a bow on what was a busy year of 2024 and enter into an even busier year of 2025. All of us on the City Council value the role that each and every one of you here today play in Lakewood, and we look forward to continuing to work with you together as we do everything we can to keep Lakewood a great place to live, work, and visit now and into our future. Thank you all, and have a great afternoon, and it's now my pleasure to turn it back over to Valerie Frost from Lakewood Rotary to close it out. Thank you all very much.
I do want to thank our speakers today, our illustrious Mayor Todd Rogers. Thank you, City Manager McCormack, and thank you, Dr. Derek Nguyen, for your presentations. Thank you to the Rotary Club. We have members of the Rotary Club here today, as well as the Greater Lakewood Chamber of Commerce for helping to host this event. You all have a great afternoon. We appreciate your attendance. Keep Lakewood great. You guys are all stewards of our community, so keep it up.